Good afternoon and welcome to the downtown Marriott in Kansas City, Missouri, where the Big 12 football media days have concluded. I'm Barry Tramel with the Oklahoman, alongside OU football writer Jake Trotter, and the Sooners were in town today. Jake, what was the prevailing theme for the Sooners?
Well, unfortunately for Bob Stoops, it was the bowl slump, 4 straight BCS losses. We were about talking about before the video. It's probably a little bit unfair. Beaten Texas 6 of 8 times. Beat Missouri twice last year. People forget that was the number 1 team in the country before the Big 12 championship. But still, that was the pervading theme for Oklahoma. Any
new words of wisdom for Bob Stoops trying to get out of this bowl slump?
It was the same talking points we've heard before. 4 starters were out of the game. We've won 5 Big 12 championships. We've won. We've beaten Texas. We won a national championship in 2000. So. Nothing different. I don't think there's really anything specific that he can put his finger on to say, well, if we did this differently, we would have won all those bowl games. But it's definitely something that's on the players' minds. Not only do they have the Pat White sign in the locker room, they have a sign in the weight room that says WTLG. Make sure I get it right there, which means win the last game. And so they're the emphasis on this season is to finish strong, and not just finish strong at the end of the regular season, but to finish strong with the bowl game too.
Sort of a unique day at Kansas City today. Oklahoma and Texas almost always are separated, but not today. They were both on hand today, and Mack Brown was here and the Sooners. So I got a chance to talk a lot with Mack Brown and doing a column for tomorrow on Stoops and Brown. Mack Brown seemed to relish the underdog role. More people would pick Texas for third than first. They're picked second in the South, but not a necessarily strong Texas team on paper. What do you expect out of the Longhorns?
I think they're going to thrive in that underdog role. There's been so much expected of them over the years, and truthfully, last year they were maybe the 4th or 5th best team in the Big 12, if not lower. This year they still have a bunch of talent. Colt McCoy is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. They got a good offensive line and a good defensive line as well. So they could do some damage. They get Missouri in Austin this year, which is a chance for them to make a statement. And you never know what can happen in the Cotton Bowl.
Well, my favorite moment of the day came from Mack Brown, chatting with Mack about the big internet hoax involving Sam Bradford and Landry Jones. And Mack told some stories about the internet and how much he abhors the way that culture is going in terms of message boards. But Mack came pretty clean and said, you know what, there was a time when I heard if I heard an opponent player was in trouble, I sort of got a charge out of it. And I thought, hey, that's going to help us. He said, not anymore. Anytime, he said, I hear that some other player's in trouble, I cringe because I know that the same thing can happen to me. Frankly, the same thing has happened to him quite a bit in the last couple of years. So Mack Brown with a pretty good dose of honesty there. Your favorite moment of the day, Jake?
Well, my favorite dress code moment of the day was John Cooper, the center for Oklahoma. Forgot to wear socks this morning, so he had like slacks, a collared shirt, and just shoes on today. I offered to lend him some black socks I had in my room, but he said he was okay. But anyway, Zach Robinson, I think, did the same thing yesterday, the quarterback at OSU.
There you have it, a complete lack of fashion sense by some of our football players in Oklahoma. That's going to do it from the downtown Marriott. Check out the Oklahoman in the morning for full coverage. We'll talk to you later.